You think you're kind, but in reality, you're destroying yourself. The kindness you pride yourself on only makes others see you as a tool, a free problem-solving machine. You help again and again, and what do you get in return? Indifference. No words of gratitude, no appreciation. They take it for granted, while you silently endure it like someone pitiful. You think pleasing others is the right way to live, but the truth is, you're suffocating yourself. You forget to take care of yourself. Forget that you too deserve love. You're too afraid to say no for fear of upsetting others, turning yourself into someone who bears all burdens. And when exhaustion sets in, you have no one but yourself to blame. Worse yet, you hope for recognition, for someone to acknowledge your sacrifices, but that never happens. Instead, every time you can't help someone, you drown yourself in feelings of worthlessness. You've turned your value into something entirely dependent on the validation of others. Wake up. Your kindness is not a weapon to save others, but a poison that's slowly killing you. Stop living like this. Expectations. The dangerous betrayer in your mind. Setting overly high expectations for others is a double-edged sword that can deeply wound your emotions. Imagine you're always the one helping colleagues in need, but when you require a helping hand, they claim they're too busy. Disappointment, hurt, and even anger rush in, leaving you wondering, what did I do wrong? The truth is, you didn't do anything wrong. You simply placed your trust and expectations in the wrong people. Human psychology often operates on the principle of reciprocity, give to receive. However, life doesn't follow this logic. The people you help wholeheartedly may only take your assistance for granted. They don't feel gratitude, and that leaves you feeling betrayed. Don't let yourself spiral into this cycle of dissatisfaction. Instead of expecting, focus on the true value of giving. Don't help others expecting repayment. Do it because you genuinely want to. Learn to set realistic expectations, or better yet, have none at all. Most importantly, remember that you cannot control others, but you can absolutely master your own emotions and reactions. That is the key to maintaining peace amidst life's turbulence. Blind sacrifice. The reason you're stuck. A woman giving up her career to care for her family, or a friend always available to help others without thinking of themselves. These stories are all too common, but the bitter truth is, such sacrifices are rarely appreciated. Family may see it as a given responsibility, colleagues may think you're always available, and friends may sometimes disregard your efforts. When you constantly prioritize others' needs over your personal goals, you lose not just your time, but also your value. A mother who pauses her career to focus on her family might realize years later that her dreams have been forgotten and her dedication taken for granted. Similarly, an employee who is always there for colleagues but neglects their own growth remains stuck in a busy but unfulfilling cycle. Ask yourself, is this hindering my goals? If the answer is yes, don't be afraid to say no. Set clear boundaries and show people that you too have your own plans and time. Don't let your kindness turn you into a tool for others. Acting consciously not only protects your personal value, but also earns respect from those around you. Guard your dreams before it's too late. Stop pleasing the world. It's time to live for yourself. Ask yourself, who does your life belong to? If your answer is others, then you're actively destroying yourself. Every effort to please others drains your time and energy, leaving none to discover who you truly are. Think of the person who constantly caters to friends, colleagues, or family, yet still doesn't know what they genuinely want in life. That's you. You become a bland, insignificant version of yourself. And the worst part? You don't grow. This lack of direction stems from not knowing your own worth. You get swept up in others' goals and expectations, and each passing day feels like an empty puzzle piece. Suddenly, you realize you've lost your reason for being, your dreams and ambitions abandoned. Stop living for others immediately. Recognizing your personal value is the first step. Identify what you cherish and defend it at all costs. Learn to say no when necessary, because your time and energy aren't there for others to exploit. Don't hesitate to express your individuality, share your opinions, and pursue what excites you. Most importantly, invest in yourself. Develop your skills, build meaningful relationships, and create a life you're truly proud of. Otherwise, you'll only ever be a bystander in your own existence. Helping the wrong people. You're burying your own worth. Look at your life right now. What are you doing? How much time are you spending solving others' problems? And in return, what do you get? A half-hearted thank you? Or complete indifference when you need help? The reality is, you're wasting your time, energy, and future on people who don't appreciate you. You think you're helping, but in truth, you're digging your own grave. Every dream and ambition you have is sidelined because you're too busy being the hero for issues others should solve themselves. The result? You stay stuck while they move forward, benefiting from your efforts. They achieve their goals, and you're left with empty spaces. You turn yourself into a tool, a servant, nothing more, nothing less. Wake up. None of them will think of you when they succeed. None of them will help you reclaim the time and opportunities you've lost. Set boundaries now. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It protects what's most valuable: your time, energy, and self-worth. You weren't born to be the foundation for others' success. If you don't start prioritizing yourself, your life will always belong to those who don't deserve it. Stop serving and start living for yourself before it's too late. Your kindness, a free ticket for others to walk all over you. Stop and take a look at yourself. Do you see it? Your kindness has become a weapon for others to manipulate, exploit, and drain you. You've turned into an unpaid problem solver, a shield for lazy, selfish, and irresponsible people. Every sweet word and pitiful story they tell is just a perfect act to force you to shoulder burdens that were never yours to bear. Do you think helping them is your duty? Wrong. It's nothing but a trap they've set. They blame you, emotionally pressure you, and make you feel guilty for not helping, as if you're a bad person. And you've fallen into this trap again and again. But ask yourself, do they truly appreciate you? Have they ever helped you when you needed them? The answer is likely no. It's time to wake up. Stop being a tool for others. Identify the manipulators. They're the ones who constantly come to you for help but never take action themselves. Learn to say no. It's not selfish. It's the only way to protect yourself. Your kindness is an asset, not a free pass for others to exploit. If you don't guard it, don't be surprised when you're left drained, hurt, and directionless. Stop now before you're left with nothing but regret. Excessive kindness, benevolence, or burden. You think unlimited kindness is a good thing? Think again. In a world where everyone for themselves seems to be the unspoken rule, excessive kindness is often seen as unusual. Ask yourself, have you ever tried helping a coworker only to receive a suspicious look in return? They wonder, what's their motive? Why would they do this? That's the harsh reality. In today's world where personal gain takes priority, your excessive kindness is not just unappreciated, but misunderstood. Worse, excessive kindness can create an invisible burden for others. You think you're just helping, but the recipient may feel pressured or even indebted. They might feel forced to reciprocate, even if you never asked for it. This not only makes them uncomfortable, but also strains the relationship. Advice: don't let your kindness become a burden to others. Be practical and reasonable. Help only when necessary and within your means. Don't hesitate to clarify your intentions if needed to avoid unnecessary misunderstandings. Most importantly, prioritize your own values and reserve your kindness for those who truly appreciate it. Finally, accept that not everyone believes in pure kindness. Their skepticism is not your responsibility, but their problem. Keep your kindness within limits, so it isn't warped by unwarranted doubts and pressures. Saying no, a declaration of living for yourself. Stop and take a hard look at yourself. Do you realize you've become a puppet to others' unreasonable demands? Every time you say yes when your heart screams no, you suffocate your own freedom. You sacrifice your goals, your time, and your personal value just to please people who don't even respect you. Why do you allow this? Where is your self-respect? Do you think agreeing to everything makes you a good person? No. It only makes you easy prey, an easy target to exploit. Others don't appreciate it. They take your kindness for granted, treating it as a resource they can drain without a second thought for your feelings or needs. Think back to the last time you agreed to help a coworker finish their work, even though you were overwhelmed with your own tasks. What happened? They achieved their goals, while you fell further behind. Or the time you agreed to attend an unnecessary event just to make someone happy, even when you were utterly exhausted. That wasn't kindness. That was self-destruction. It's time to stop. Saying no isn't selfish. It's a weapon to reclaim control over your life. Learn to say no firmly and without justification. Don't let guilt blind you. You don't exist to please the world. Ask yourself, is this worth my time and energy? If the answer is no, don't hesitate to refuse. Stop sacrificing, reclaim your freedom, and start living for yourself. If you don't protect yourself, don't expect anyone else to do it for you.